Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a otro video de Gabo Travel. Hoy nos encontramos en Saxville High School y tenemos una historia muy interesante. Primero que todo, muchísimas gracias por participar en este video, por vernos en nuestro canal de Gabo Travel. Suscríbase a este canal, denle like a este video si les gusta. Y hoy es una petición muy especial. Muchísimos de ustedes, los que vienen para Canadá, nos han pedido este video con muchas ansias, porque vienen como estudiantes internacionales, pero traen sus hijos que en algún momento van a entrar a un colegio o a una high school a estudiar su bachillerato o secundaria. Hoy vamos a ver el caso de un estudiante y vamos a ver el salón, cómo es el ambiente. Además que me invitaron a hacer una charla y bueno, nos dieron el chance para hablar un poquito acerca de todo lo que es el high school. Así que acompáñenme. Amigos. Estamos en la entrada del colegio y esto simplemente nos da un tributo a los estudiantes internacionales. Y por lo menos aquí está, sí señor, Colombia con sus representantes, Alemania, Holanda, Suiza, no, hay de todo, China, Corea, Japón. Bueno, muchas personas pues nos escriben y yo intento tomar apuntes de todo lo que ustedes dicen, pues por eso que estamos haciendo este video. Juan tenía una actividad hoy y me invitó a mí a hacer una exposición de lo que es Gabo Travel y lo que se trata de nuestro trabajo. A cambio de eso yo también le pedí una entrevista. Bueno, entonces después de la presentación les presento ahora hoy mi entrevistado es Juan. Juan es colombiano y hermano, preséntese usted.
Bueno, yo soy Juan Lopera, estudiante internacional. Nosotros con mi familia nos mudamos acá hace 5 años. Yo estudio en Saxville, se llama la ciudad. Llevo en este colegio 2 años.
¿Siempre estudió acá?
No, primero vivíamos en otra ciudad que se llama Dartmouth. Allá estuve en John Martin Junior High.
Ok, o sea que ¿cuántos años lleva estudiando acá?
Acá llevo 2 años, estoy en décimo.
Acá en Canadá.
En Canadá, los 5 años que llevamos acá.
¿Qué curso está?
Estoy en décimo, entré a este colegio en noveno y antes de este estuve en otro, en el de Dartmouth estuve por séptimo y octavo y antes vivíamos en Toronto y ahí estuve en otro.
Bueno, estamos con una grandiosa invitada. Hoy tenemos a la profesora Melissa. Melissa es una profesora de 10º grado aquí en el Saxville High School. Para sorpresa de muchos, Melissa habla un poquito de español, ¿right?
Sí. No.
Y quiso darnos esta pequeña entrevista. Además, también va a ser una oportunidad para ustedes como padres que practiquen su inglés. Podemos tener errores, inclusive hasta los canadienses pueden tener errores, pero lo importante es que entiendan el contexto de lo que vamos a hablar. Thank you so much, Melissa, for having me here in this interview with you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to show the people over the seas how a high school like Saxville High School looks like.
Sure.
How the fantastic people like you are working here. Do you think it's worth it working as a teacher?
Yes, yeah, I think so. I think we have a good education system here. I've been a teacher for 22 years, and I've been at Saxville High for 13 years. And
Wow.
I like it here. I actually went here as a student. So, yes, and I graduated in 1993, and my husband went here as well.
Oh my God!
Oh, yes.
That
and
means that your photo is upstairs. It's one of the...
See, I'm on the wall.
Okay,
Big
that's
glasses,
nice.
bangs, terrible picture.
¿Qué se siente ser un estudiante que no hable la misma lengua de ellos? Es decir, yo sé que usted habla inglés, pero tiene un acento, ellos saben que usted no es de acá. ¿Qué se siente eso?
Pues al inicio cuando uno empieza es difícil porque uno no sabe a veces lo que dice la gente y a veces lo que dicen los profesores y uno no entiende, pero en Canadá lo ayudan a uno mucho a adaptarse, a aprender el idioma, porque Canadá es un país multicultural, entonces obviamente los colegios saben eso y tienen programas para que los estudiantes aprendan inglés y vayan a su ritmo hasta que ya estén totalmente adaptados, sepan el idioma.
Have you ever taught a class for other international students?
Yes, I used to teach a course called Global Geography 12, and it's a mandatory course for grade 12s in all of the province, so either Global Geo or Global History. So I would have lots of international students in those courses because they're mandatory. But those kids mostly didn't speak any English, so it was very difficult to communicate with them.
That's nice, because this is going with my next question.
Okay.
How you guys do with some people or some student who came here without English? Because, for example, I didn't speak English at all when I came here, but because I wasn't in school, I had to figure it out how to learn. But what about the people who doesn't, like students, kids?
But the students actually, they will find a friend group. Everybody's pretty friendly here, and they'll find a friend group who will help them with their English, and they learn a little bit of the other kids' language as well. So I think it's, they get over it. It's just one barrier, language barrier, but they have the phones and they have their teenagers, so they find a way to connect with each other, right?
¿Cuántos estudiantes son en su clase?
En mi clase hay 18,
¿Y cuántos son internacionales?
solo yo.
Digamos, en el colegio has conocido a más personas que sean de otros países.
Por la pandemia dejaron de venir muchos estudiantes internacionales que venían temporalmente y se devolvían a sus países, pero este año empezaron a venir más. He conocido varios, en este colegio hay como 10 actualmente. Tengo un amigo de Brasil, otro de Vietnam, hay varias gente de Asia, Japón, pero ellos solo vienen temporalmente y se van. Pero nosotros vinimos y nos quedamos, obtuvimos la residencia y nos quedamos acá.
¿Cómo es? Wow. Soy una señora con un bebé. Cosas locas, ¿no? ¿Usted en algún momento se ha sentido?
Have you seen this?
No.
Come on over, honey.
Hi, how are you?
So this is her little robot baby.
Okay.
Have you seen these?
No, I didn't.
So the kids practice what it's like to be a parent for 24 hours. So they have them for 2 nights, right? 2 nights?
3 nights.
3 nights, because the
Wow.
first night it's all fun and games. Oh, I was up all night, and by the second night you're like,
You gotta be very stressful.
right?
Yeah.
So they get the robot babies, and they have. Where's your little thing? There you go. So it makes a noise, and you gotta go diddly-doo, and then you gotta change the baby and feed the baby and burp the baby.
Claro.
That's for a course they call Child Studies.
Eso es una clase que se llama Child Studies. Le enseñan a los estudiantes cómo sería tener un bebé y le enseñan...
¿Es como promover tener un bebé?
No, o sea, los preparan
Para tener bebés.
Sí, o sea, no es que los promuevan, pero los preparan en caso de que pase.
Ah, bien.
Les enseñan todas las maneras de protegerse y
Bueno, digamos,
todo eso.
si esto ocurriera, por lo menos en mi país, es Colombia, seguramente no fuera así. Seguramente hubiese mucho bullying. Yo sé que las cosas han cambiado, pero digamos, acá son muy respetuosos. O sea, todo el mundo está en sus actividades, nadie le pone cuidado a lo de pronto que se pueda ver raro. La verdad, todo el mundo sabe que existe esta materia, pero en términos de eso, ahora sí, por fin dígame, ¿cómo va el bullying acá? ¿Cómo está el nivel de bullying?
Siempre, usualmente es un ambiente muy positivo, pero pues siempre está el pelado que lo molesta a uno, bueno, no a uno, pero al que siempre molestan, o el bully, el que siempre está jodiendo a todos. Y pues tal vez no sea tan agresivo como en Colombia.
¿Usted piensa que hubo bullying mientras usted estuvo en Colombia? ¿Usted sintió bullying en Colombia?
No hacia mí, pero sí.
Y en comparación de lo que se siente, de lo que se ve y lo que se siente allá, o sea, usted no lo sintió, usted lo hacía. Pero en comparación, ¿hay más bullying allá o más bullying aquí?
Tal vez allá, porque pues, no sé, nunca vi profesores que les importara tanto, pero acá si alguien molesta a otro, él va y le dice a la profesora le dice al rector y todo, o sea, es un problema, llaman a los papás, mandan correos.
O sea, cero tolerancia.
Sí, o sea, aquí es más, dicen que protegen más la seguridad de los estudiantes y toda la salud mental.
¿Y entonces cómo hacen con usted?
Do you know the process, like for international students in order to come here in the high school? Like,
I actually know nothing about the process.
Okay.
They.
if parents came to you to ask you, you know, an international student, I would like to my child study here, what you should do?
I would direct them to the Halifax Regional Center for Education, and they would take it from there. I know there's a lot of signs up around the community now. Would you like to host an international student? Call this phone number. So I've never hosted an international student, but I would love to do that because I think different cultures bring a richness and diversity that we're missing here.
Do you know, like in our countries, they are grades until 11, okay?
Okay.
Most of the people, especially back school, you know, like 90s people, they used to be in 11th grade at 18, 19, some people 20. Do you feel that people study here like plus 18? Or what kind of age can you find in
No,
different
usually
grades?
usually 17, 18 in grade 12 here, and then they graduate. If a kid is older than that, then usually they go to an adult high school, and that will be paid for by the province. So if a kid doesn't finish high school, they can go back to something called the Bedford Forsyth Education Center, and they can get their diploma paid for by the province, and they can graduate that way. But most kids are 15, 16, 17 here.
Okay, that's nice.
Sabemos que, por lo menos aquí en Canadá, la marihuana es legal, ¿sí? Es algo que no se puede esconder. Algunas personas están a favor, otras personas están en contra. ¿Usted cómo ve esa situación aquí por lo menos en la escuela, donde la legalización lleva a muchas personas, pues, a consumirla? ¿Usted ha visto casos de esos acá?
Pues en los high school son desde grado 9 a grado 12. Entonces los de grado 12 son ya pelados de 18 años que legalmente pueden comprar, si no estoy mal. Pero uno siempre ve un pelado de 10º, 16 años fumando y así, eso, o sea, son mucho más abiertos a eso.
¿Aquí en el colegio?
No, dentro del colegio no pueden porque en el colegio uno no lo ve tanto porque tiene sus normas. Si lo ven a uno con un cigarrillo, con un vaporizador, les pueden hacer multa, pero igualmente uno lo ve. Y usualmente los inmigrantes siempre están asustados de eso porque obviamente en muchos países no es legal, por ejemplo Colombia. Y pues obviamente mi familia me dice que ojo con eso porque pues es mucho más común que ver.
Ojo con eso.
How much money the international student should pay in order to take a high school like this?
Oh, I don't know. That's an unfair question. I
You
don't
know,
think.
it's nothing.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it's
Is
nothing.
it? Good. I'm glad. That's
Yeah.
actually great.
Yes. Do you know something about the food here? Like the students should bring the food, or the school provide the food for students? And do
We
you
do.
know if it's gonna cost something?
We have a breakfast program here. We have the largest breakfast program, I think, in the province. So when the kids come in, if they're hungry, if they didn't have breakfast, we have cereals and bagels and muffins and fruit and yogurt laid out,
Really?
and they can just take it and go to their class. We don't provide lunches. Kids bring their own lunches, but we do have a fabulous cafeteria downstairs, and it cooks a whole bunch of food. So if the kids bring money, they can purchase something from the cafeteria. Also, we have Sobeys, Tim Hortons. We have lots of places that are just a 5-minute walk away, and you
Wow.
can get lunch at those places.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is so nice. You know, I was walking upstairs and I saw some of the rooms differently than others. Means it was like a framing for houses. It was like a.
Skilled trades. That's the skilled trades
Can
construction
you tell us a
course.
little bit about this? Because for example, I had never seen something like that in my country.
Okay, so we have a major demand shortage right now for construction sector industry jobs. So plumbers, pipe fitters, construction, carpentry, electricians, and we actually offer a program called Skilled Trades, and the kids can go in. They learn how to wire switches and plumb and put up walls and put up roofs and walls.
Wow.
So it's getting them prepared to go into construction trades. Yeah.
They prepare people for the real life.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I run a program called the Options and Opportunities Program, which Juan is a part of. And that prepares kids for life in the way that we have 3 co-op placements. So the kids go out and try a workplace for 80 hours. And if they don't like it, they can try something else. So Juan likes culinary, so he'll go with a chef for 80 hours, and then we'll put him with another chef for 80 hours. And if he doesn't like that, he can try something different. So it's like a career exploration piece. So you don't spend time and money kind of wasting on something that you don't know if you'll like it or not.
Yeah, that's nice because at 16, 17, most of the people they don't know, most of the kids they don't know what they are going to do. But
No, and
this
you know
is
what
nice, very good tool.
Yes, and I think the biggest thing, they don't know what they don't know.
Yes.
So it's our job to put them out there in those real life situations.
This is
and
happening
see
to
how
me already.
Yes?
No, excuse me.
Funny.
Well, yeah, like what I said before, I feel like you guys like act different, and then obviously how you like look like you like different like that, and you guys have like different like cultures, like you eat different foods, stuff like that. Like you're not used to the normal like Canadian food here. You're more used to your food, and then just like the Canadian people like aren't used to you guys' food because like that's all that they were like brought up with, like and growing up with, and like how you guys are raised. Like you guys obviously gonna be raised different than like someone from Canada.
And the
you know what I'm
languages.
saying?
The languages.
Yeah, the
like,
languages
It's
too,
cool to
y'all
like hear
speak
different
languages.
languages.
Do you guys speak French, right?
Actually, no.
Really?
They teach us. They
English,
teach
yeah.
us French, but like most of the time we.
Unless you go on
most of the
French
time we don't
immersion,
actually
really,
remember.
Yeah, you don't really.
We forget it.
Oh, well, what about the future, guys? What do you think about the future? Here in school, what are you gonna do? Like, are you going to the college, guys? Or
I don't think I'm gonna go to college. I don't know though. I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point.
okay,
You still haven't thought about it?
Nah.
no. What about you, Jay?
I mean, I'm still like thinking right now, but I probably want to go to like college or something like that for sure.
Do you guys
I'm probably
enjoy
definitely
sports?
gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, basketball. I haven't played this year, but like usually I do play.
What
Okay.
about you? Sports?
I don't really play sports.
Really?
Yeah, I play sports.
I play soccer. They have a.
This very
He-
famous
He
football
lying.
press.
He's lying. He plays football. I mean, he plays basketball, but he's like really bad at it.
Bro, I don't play basketball.
That means you don't play.
I don't play basketball, but like.
Seguramente alguna vez usted en las películas americanas han escuchado, no, es que mi papá es de la clase de tal cosa, es que mi papá es de la clase, o yo jugué en la clase, mire, aquí están todos los años donde probablemente sus papás estudiaron, o donde si alguna vez usted viene a estudiar, va a estar en una foto de estas, y sus hijos y sus nietos van a poder decir, mi hijo estudió en tal escuela bajo la clase número 1. Y acá está su foto.
It's not only this school, it's not only this community, but I know the Canada have zero tolerance to bullying, you know? But this is just what we read, this is just what we hear around. Can you tell us a little bit about this? What do you think about the bullying here?
You want honesty?
Yes, I want, please, parents over there watching us.
Okay. There's a zero tolerance policy, but honestly, if it happens in the classroom, teachers will deal with it, right? If they hear it, they deal with it. If a kid comes and tells you, you will deal with it. But because of the phones, it makes it very difficult to find out about these things because they say nasty things to each other on Snapchat or Instagram, and it's very difficult if we don't have evidence of that to do anything about it. But did you see the RCMP coming in here? The
Just
police?
actually there's a card there for the RCMP.
See, so we have RCMP that come in all the time, and we're always talking to them. So if we have an issue, we know that we can go to the RCMP with it if it gets serious. But the phones don't help the situation, that's for sure.
Yes, and you are not allowed to check it out, right? It is a privacy policy.
It's a privacy policy, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is good because this is good to know at least. Because yes, in Canada is zero tolerance about bullying.
They take it very seriously.
They take it very seriously,
Yes.
right? But still, Still, there are occasions.
It's
there
going to
are.
happen because they're teenagers.
Can you tell us a little bit about the difference between Canadian culture in school than international students' culture? How they get together?
I think we're very, at this school anyway, we're very relaxed, informal. It's not really about quiz, test, worksheet, get it done. It's more step back and what's the bigger picture of learning. So we try to educate the kid as a whole, where they're going after high school and how we can prepare them for that. So either for university or college or traveling or the world of work, we just want to prepare the kids for whatever their future is going to be. And some of those futures we can't even imagine yet because they don't exist. The
Yes.
technologies are happening so fast.
Oh, yes.
So we kind of have to help them navigate the internet and all kinds of sources and see if we can just help prepare them for a future that we can't even picture yet.
Wow, that's
It's a big job.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the teacher is something else. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bueno, las escuelas canadienses intentan apoyar muchísimo lo que es el arte, ¿no? Y respetar la identidad de cada uno. Tanto fue así que me tocó hacer estas tomas cuando los muchachos entraron a clase, porque no puedo grabar ningún estudiante en los halls. La importancia de aprender no solamente las materias lo que siempre aprendemos, ciencias, cosas así. Aquí están preparando a los muchachos para una mejor vida, para mejores opciones. Aprenden carpintería, aprenden electricidad, aprenden muchas cosas. Por lo menos, ¿qué otras cosas has aprendido aparte de las materias normales?
Pues aquí tengo clases de construcción, de artes. También después, estoy en 10º, pero en grado 11 y 12 también hay clases de business, de entrepreneur.
What about the language? We are in Canada. We are in two official languages, which is French and English. Do the high school provide a program for a second language, French as a second language?
Yes, you can take French 9, core French 9, and you can take French in grade 10, 11, and I believe in 12. We also have a French immersion program. We have early immersion where you go in as soon as you start school, so you can take French the whole way through. You can take one course in French, or you can take all your courses in French.
Wow. Are you teaching in French? Do
I
you
don't teach any French.
No, okay.
I barely speak any French. Just qu'un petit peu, mais it's just enough to get me through Quebec, basically.
I just know a little
Yeah.
bit. Just
Me too.
few question.
Yeah.
Yo detesto la fumaya. What does it mean? I don't know.
Me neither.
¿Cómo es que es acá la clave?
Qué mejor reconocimiento que tener al director de la escuela. He's the principal of the Saxville High School. I will try to answer me some of the questions that we would like to tell you if you pretend to come here to Canada. For example, principal, do you know how much international students should pay to come to this high school?
No, I'm not aware of the cost that students have to come.
Or for example, I know, like I saw some routes in the schools. Do the students have to pay for the transportation?
So typically what happens is international students would arrange their enrollment through our central office.
Okay.
And that fee would include any other fees that are covered by that are incurred when they're here in school. So there's no student fees, and if they're living with a family that's on a bus route, then they would get a courtesy busing here.
How is the schedule in the high school? And it is the schedule same for each schools here?
Good question. So our schedule, there are 2 classes in the morning and 2 classes in the afternoon. 75 minutes with a 5-minute break to change classes, and then 75 minutes. Then we have an hour for lunch, and then we do it over again. 75 minutes, 5 minutes to travel between classes, and 75 minutes. We start at 9 a.m. and we end at 3:05.
And what about with the kids after this? Because many parents are working until 5. Do they have another opportunity to join another classes or another programs like that?
Yeah, there are after-school programs. So we have something called Excel. So if your child is little and they can't go home by themselves and you're working, you can apply to have your kid in Excel, and they stay at the school. And they do organized activities, crafts, they sing songs, and they go
Wow.
outside and they
Wow,
play,
that
and
sounds
they
good.
do sports and stuff.
Wow.
So there's absolutely a program and an opportunity for that.
What
Okay.
is the calendar of
Okay.
this school?
So
and the most of the schools here in Nova Scotia.
Right. So Nova Scotia is actually, you have the different schools, but we all have to follow the same calendar, basically.
Okay.
So it's the first week of September to the last week in June.
Okay.
So usually the 4th or 5th of September, and the 29th, 20th, or 30th of June is when we end, but there are breaks in between. So you've got your holidays like Thanksgiving, what else? Victoria Day, Easter Friday, like Good Friday, Easter Monday. Those are long holidays. But we also have Christmas is usually about a 2-week break,
Yep.
and in March we have a 1-week break.
Okay.
Since last year.
And what do you think about the international students?
What do I think about them?
Yes.
They're cool. I like them.
Do you? What about you?
I think they make our like school better type shit.
Really?
I think they make our school better.
Really?
Like, international students, you mean to come to the school or just like in general?
Because
Yeah,
of
I
the
feel
culture or what?
Yeah, because of the culture, like it makes the school more diverse.
Diversity. Do you
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like seeing more like colored kids.
As a principal, do you think the Sackville High School support a community of international students?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do they have some programs for them?
Well, for international students that arrive, there are supports available for those students for language. There's also supports available for homestay. So, in terms of finding families for those students where they can live and, really experience Nova Scotia culture while they're attending school.
That's awesome. I love the Nova Scotia culture. They are so very friendly, and always I say on my videos, like you can't believe how Nova Scotians are very going well with the people, and this is something that I love. Thank you so much, Principal, for those questions.
You're very
Thank you so much for opening the doors of the high school for us, and I'm 100% sure that people over there, people who want to come here to Canada, they are so grateful to having this video with you, and hopefully see you next time.
All right.
Thank you
very
so much.
All right.
Have a
take
good
care.
day.
Thank you so much for all the questions, all the answers. You were, were here in a high school. I can imagine how difficult and passionate at the same time could be for you.
I
Thank
love
you so
it.
much.
I
Thank you so
love
much
it.
because I have a boy, and one day he's gonna be in the high school, and I appreciate your job a lot. And
Well,
thank you
I
so
hope
much
I get
for
to
this.
teach him.
Ah,
That would be
sure.
amazing.
And thank you so much because so many kids who are watching this video, they're gonna come here as a student one day. Muchas gracias.
Awesome. De nada.
Hemos terminado nuestro video. Muchísimas gracias por otro nuevo capítulo de Gabo Travel. Hoy estuvimos en Sackville, el colegio de Sackville High School, entrevistando a algunas personas. Entrevistamos al director, a la profesora, a un estudiante, a otros estudiantes. Creo que va a ser un video muy largo, pero muchísimas gracias por vernos, siempre confiando en nosotros. Y bueno, pues dele un like si le gusta este video, suscríbase, dele click a la campanita y nos vemos en otra oportunidad. Bueno,